Prepare them.
Prepare what, teacher?
Pencil and paper to solve with me. Okay. So, who remembers how do we read the decimals? This is the decimal place value chart. Who remembers how do we read it? We have, what's the most important thing in the decimal?
Decimal points.
Decimal point, excellent. So, Mutir, do you remember how do we read this?
I think yes.
Yeah, try.
Hundreds, tenths. No. Hundreds, tens, ones, decimal point, and then the tenths, hundreds.
No, I mean, if you have this number, can you see the number down? How do you read it?
17 tenths, and the decimal point.
No,
What?
read the whole. The whole
Yeah.
is the part to the left of the decimal point. How do we read this number alone?
17 hundreds.
17. No, 17, just 17.
Okay.
Instead of the decimal point, we say the word
And.
and.
And yeah.
So then,
And there's a 59, 17 and 59.
now 59, which word do we say?
Hundreds.
Hundreds, yes.
Okay, so 17, 59 hundreds.
Just a minute.
Okay.
Okay, let's go back. So 17 and 59 hundredths. Tomorrow we're gonna continue how to read the decimals. Now it's a quick revision. Now, who wants to tell me how do we write the shaded part as decimal? Here.
Out of 10.
Yes, Layan Hassan, can you read it? Can you tell me what's the decimal for this graph, for this grid?
Teacher, yesterday I want to tell you, but I forgot. Yesterday I didn't understand.
Hamas, you should tell me on time. Today, what should I do? How can I explain again? I'm in decimal and fraction now.
Okay, خلاص.
Yalla Layan, can you tell me the decimal for this grid?
3 decimal point.
Layan, is there any hole? Now, to know the decimal, let's remember. We say 1, 2, 3, 4,
3.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So these three are part of a whole. We don't have any hole. So when we write a decimal, do we write any hole to the left of the decimal point, Rayan?
No.
Okay, so 0 decimal point, then?
Then
Yes. How many shaded parts, Layan?
3.
3. So this is the decimal. How do we read it? Do you remember?
D
3.
3.
tenths.
3 tenths.
Yes, why tenths? Because the grid has how many lines, how many parts?
10.
Tenths. Excellent. Now, if you want to write it using the grid as a fraction, how many shaded parts?
I didn't understand. I didn't hear you.
Again, if we want to write this grid as a fraction, how many shaded parts?
3
3 out of what?
out of 10.
Out of 10. Thank you. So, if you have the grid, it's easy for you to write it as decimal and to write it as a fraction. Just count. There is no whole number as you see. So 0 decimal point 3, which is 3 tenths. This grid going for tenths. And as a fraction, it's easy. 1, 2, 3 out of 10. Do you have any question?
No.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, ask.
Teacher, I didn't understand how to do it from the decimal to over
Fraction.
fractions. Yes.
Okay, I didn't explain yet. I told you, if you have this grid, can you just write it as a fraction?
Yes.
Okay, count that. Count the shape with Hamid.
3 shaded.
Yes.
There is 10, 10, 10 parts.
Yes. So 3 out of 10. Okay. Is it simplest form or not 3 out of 10?
What?
3 out of 10. Is it simplest form or not? Three out of 10. Is it simplest form, Hamid?
Can I have more time?
Think with me. How do we know if it is simplest form or not?
There is if there is a 10 in the 3 times table.
Yes, you can think like this, or you can think, is there any common factor between them? Is there any common factor between 3 and 10?
3 and 10?
Hmm? Can you divide
No, there is 9.
number?
No.
Because you can divide them on 2 or 3 or whatever. Thank you. So it's simplest form. Now, if we don't have the grid, how do we change 3 decimal, 3 tenths to the fraction? Now, look to the right of the decimal point. What do we have? How many digits do we have? Raise your hand. How many digits do we have to the right of the decimal point in this example? No one want to answer? How many digits? Yes, Abdullah.
Can you repeat the question?
How many digits do we have to the right of the decimal point here?
1.
1. This one means what? Let's go back to that slide. 1 digit to the right of the decimal point means what?
10. 1
Tenths.
10.
And if they are 2 digits, what do we mean?
Hundreds.
Hundredths. So tenths means 1 digit, hundredths mean 2 digits. So 3 tenths, if I want to write it as a fraction, the first step is the denominator will be what, Abdullah?
10.
10, amazing. And the numerator?
3.
3. Is it clear, guys? Okay, let's try another example here. Who wants to tell me what's the decimal over here? Dana Al-Haj, do you want to answer? Dana.
Yes.
Yalla.
Here is it.
What is it as a decimal? Yalla, count with me.
Here's 20
Yeah,
and 4.
20 and 4.
24.
24. Out of what? 24 what, ya Dana? This grid is going for what?
400.
Yes, so 2400 as a decimal. Now, Dana, if we want to write 2400 as a decimal, how do we write, as a fraction, how do we write it? The first step is
24 over 24 over 10.
10. We have two digits to that.
100 over 100.
Yes. Why over 100, Dana? Because we have two digits. 1, 2. Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
So it's 20 out of 100. Now, is 24 out of 100 in simplest form, ya Dana? Dana, yes, Dana?
No.
No? How do we simplify it? We can divide both of them by what?
By 24.
100 divided by 24 is what? No. By 4, it will be 6 out of 25. How do we know that 6 out of 25 is simplest form? Because there is no common factor between 6 and 25. Okay. Who wants to try this as a decimal? Omar al-Khudari. Omar al-Khudari, what is it as a decimal?
Whole.
One whole, and here is one whole because all of it is shaded, and what, ya Omar? Okay, Adam Subak, can you solve?
I don't know.
Adam Subak,
Yes.
yes, can you solve this?
Whole and 2500.
1 and 2500. And if you want to write it here in fraction, don't forget that we have one whole and 25 over 100. Is this
Teacher,
here?
What?
teacher, when we want to read it, do we say one whole and 2500?
Or you can say just 1 and 2500 without the.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, Adam, do you want to ask?
What?
Do you want to ask?
No.
Okay, Adam, can you continue? Is 1 and the 25 over 100 in simplest form?
No. I have to simplify.
Yes. By what?
Divide 2.
Divide 2. 25, does it work with 2?
Times 2, miss.
No. Divided by what? 25 and 100. What's the difference between them? 5. Divided by what, Adam?
5.
Divided by 5, it will be 1 and 5 out of 20. Is it simplest form now, Adam?
Yes.
Yes. 5 and 20 simplest form.
Miss, no. I have to divide it by 4.
4. Wake up, Adam. Wake up. By 5 again. So 1 and 1 out of 4. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Teacher, why would we have to simplify?
Can we read the question? Guys,
To get the right answer.
form.
Teacher?
Yes.
Teacher, isn't it easier to divide it by 24?
By 25, you mean.
Yeah, 25. Sorry. Then the easiest remainder will come 1 upon 4 by dividing by 25.
Teacher, should we write all this?
No, just solve with me to understand.
Teacher, I didn't understand how we simplify.
Let's simplify.
Teacher, should we read it?
Read what?
Why not read to write to the notebook?
Excuse me, Mom's calling.
No, if you want, just solve with me. Now I'm gonna give you a slide to solve with me on the notebook. Now, write each decimal as a fraction or mixed number in simplest form. Yalla, try to do it in your paper and show it to me.
Teacher, I didn't understand how to simplify.
Guys, I explained it for you many
It's
times.
easy.
Adam Abu Ade, next time رح اطلعك من الصف اذا بتشيل الميوت بدون اذن. Guys, we said if you have numerator and denominator, look at them and ask yourself, do they have any common factor between them?
Okay.
Who's done with number one? يلا لينا صافي, can you do number one? Lina Sophie, you are raising your hand. Can you do number one?
Yes.
Yeah, do it.
2, 4 out of 10.
2 and 4 out of 10. Is it simplest form, Yelena?
Yes.
2 and 4 out of 10 is simplest form? No, Lena, because we can divide both of them by 2. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now, Janal Ali, can you do number 2?
Yes.
Yalla.
12 and 36 hundredths. It will be 12 and 36 out of 100.
Yeah.
And the simplest form,
Okay, Jana, I'm gonna help you. It's 12 and 9 out of 25. Okay? Number 3.
okay.
Guys, can you do number 3?
5 and 9 over 10.
Yeah.
equals
5 and 9 out of 10. Is there an common factor between 9 and 10? No. Here it should be 10, not 100, by mistake. Now, number 4, we have Maraka. Can you do number 4?
Yes. 4 is 1, the whole, and 5 out of 100.
1 and 5 out of?
100.
Okay. So is 1 and 5 out of 100 simplest form?
No.
Okay.
We can. It will be 1 and 1 out of 20.
Yes. Now, 5. Abdullah.
Yes, teacher.
5, can you do it?
Yes. 0.0 and 12 hundredths. 12 upon 100.
Yes, is it simplest form?
3 upon 25 divided by 4. It's actually divided by 4.
Okay. Thank you.
Teacher,
Then Adnan, can you do number 6?
I didn't really understand.
Yes, teacher.
Wait. Who didn't really understand?
25 divided by 5 equals 5, and 100 divided by 5 equals 100 divided by 5. 4.
No, 100 divided by 5 equals 20. Then you divide again by 5 to get 4 and 1 out of 4. Now, who said that he didn't understand? Who said that he didn't understand? Okay, now to change from fraction to decimal, you should memorize this. 2 times 5 equals 10, 20 times 5 equals 100, 50 times 2 equals 100, 25 times 4 equals 100. And I think that most of you knows them. To change from fraction or mixed number to decimal, it's very easy. Here, if we have the denominator 10 or 100, can we do it easily as the decimal? Yes, because here there is no whole, so we're gonna write 0, decimal point, and instead of 5 or out of 10, it will be 5 tenths, just one digit. What about the second one? Second one, Qais Marish. Qais Marish, can you do the second one?
it's 0 and 32 hundredths.
0 and 32 hundredths, excellent. Now, what if we have the denominator 4 or 20 or whatever? We should change the denominator to what? Abdullah, can you tell me?
Yes, teacher.
What?
The first one, right?
Yes.
The third, number 3.
The first one, I should change it to 10, 100, or 1,000. So I should multiply by what?
Teacher, I didn't really
4 multiplied by 3, and that number added by 1.
No. Now you're gonna ask yourself, can you see the denominator, Abdullah? The denominator is 4. What should I multiply by 4 to get 10, 100, or 1000?
25.
25. Excellent. So 4 times 25 is 100, and 1 times 25 is what?
45.
25. So the fraction that I will get is 3 and 25 out of 100. How do I write it as a decimal?
3 and 25 hundredths.
Excellent. Now here's the second one. Maryam, for E, can you make it?
Yes.
Yalla.
Which one?
Number 4.
Oh, okay.
Write it also.
1 times 25.
The denominator is 20. I should multiply it by what to get 100?
Multiply it by. Can I write it?
Teacher 5.
Look here, yeah, Maryam. 20. I multiply it by what?
25.
By 25.
Teacher, can I ask you a question?
By 5.
By 5. Excellent. So if we multiply here by 5, what will we get, Maryam?
We'll get 25. The whole is 5, and then 25 out of 100.
25. Why? When we multiply here, you're gonna multiply
5.
5 out of 100. Okay. How do I write it as a decimal?
5.
Yeah.
Point 20.
Maryam, what's wrong with you? Here is the number.
5.5.
5.5. We have 100.
Teacher 505.
Yes,
5.05.
which is 5 and 500. Yes, Mutia, what's your question?
Teacher, why did we put at the question number 3 25 and question number 4 5? Multiply.
Mutia, if we go back to this slide,
Okay.
I told you to remember to change 2 to 10 multiplied by 5, 20 to 100 multiplied by 5, 50 to 100 multiplied by 2, 4 to 100 multiplied by 25. Here, the denominator is what?
4.
So I should multiply by what?
So you need to multiply by 25.
By 25.
The denominator is what?
20.
20.
I should multiply it by what?
5.
5.
Okay. Now let's see this example.
Teacher, the class is
Denominator
finished.
2. I should multiply it by what?
By 2, you need it. Wait a second. You need to multiply it by 5.
By 5 to get a 10. Excellent. Number 6. Who wants to do it? Kareem Abdul Rahman, can you do it? Kareem Abdul Rahman, can you do it? Number 6.
Number 6.
Yes.
Make it 100, right?
Yes. Multiply it by what?
Multiply by 2.
Multiply it by 2 to get 4 and 6 out of 100. How do I write it as decimal, Kareem?
As a decimal, 4.6.
6. We have 100. 4.06. Okay. Kareem?
Okay.
Teacher,
Yes.
teacher,
Yes.
the class is finished.
Miss, you can stay 5 minutes more. So this is like. Now, who wants to solve with me the first one? Mubashir Muhaymin, can you solve the first one? Mubashir or Muhaymin, can you solve the first one? Number 5. Yalla guys, solve with me on the paper that you have. Okay, Omar Kalugasi, can you solve number 5, please? Omar? فرح نور عبد الحق, can you solve number 5?
Is it 0.7?
0.7. Thank you, which is 7 tenths. Celine, can you solve number 6? Celine? Celine,
Yes.
number 6?
We put the 3 and 3.19.
Thank you. Farah Asfour, can you do 16?
Yes.
Yes.
3.19.
No, we do it. Now 7 out of 20. How do I change it?
By 5.
This is the last attention for you. Farah is answering. Yes, Farah. 20. How do I change 20 to 100, Farah? By what? By 5, Farah. Okay. Abdullah, can you do 17
Yes, teacher.
or 18? Let's do 18. 1 out of 2.
1 out of 2.
I didn't understand.
Change it to 10, 100 or 1,000.
I didn't understand 16.
Okay, look. In 16, we multiply by 5. 7 times 5 is 35. 20 times 5 is 100. So 35 out of 100. Now 18, Abdullah. 2. Should I multiply it to get 10? What is that?
5. 5. 5 multiplied by 2 is equals to 10, and 5 multiplied by 1 is equals to 5. The answer is 5 upon. The answer is
5 out of 10, which is 5 cents. Excellent. Now number 17. Number 17. Jenna, can you do 17? 4 out of 5. We should multiply it with what?
Yes. 5 times 2 equals 10, and 4 times 2 equals 8, so it will be 8 out of 10, and then the decimal 0 and 8 tenths.
Yes. Sana Zaidan, can you do the last one?
Yes.
Yes, do it, please.
Teacher, one out of 4.
Yeah, multiply it by what? 4. We multiply by what, Sana? To get 100.
25.
25, excellent. So 1 times 25 is what?
It's 25 out of 100. The answer is 0.25.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Teacher, I want to.
Yes.
Teacher.
Yes, I'm with you. Ask.
Bye.
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 Teacher.
Bye.
Bye. بس في حدا عنده
Bye.
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 Bye.